Global Data Science Channel America. This is Friday afternoon, January 14th, 2022. And before we get started, America, I have a favor to ask you folks today, and that is, if you watched the video on YouTube today, click the like button next to the video, okay? Okay, so let's go and fire up this report for the U.S. We just need to remind ourselves that we're only looking at the previous 365 days worth of data. Okay, during the past 365 days, the U.S. has had 40.8 million cases, 455,151 deaths. And we can see that, the cases are not starting off good for the U.S. We're very close to 10 million cases, and we're only 2 weeks in. Okay, we can look at the quarter. You can see also that we're not even in the first quarter, and almost certainly the fourth quarter of almost without a doubt the cases for the fourth quarter of 2020, the first quarter of 2022 is going to wind up being the most cases during the previous four quarter of the previous 12 months. Unfortunately, well past October 20, the third quarter, the fourth quarter last year numbers. Now you can see again here, 2 weeks in, the cases are basically going to the roof. Now, is this Omicron? I don't know. I'm sure the administration is going to blame it on people not being vaccinated and what mass. Yeah, whatever. Go ahead, Mike. Go blame it on everybody else for your incompetence in preventing this disease from spreading. Okay. But anyway, last 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 month, December was not good, and January is even so. This because we're already January 2020 was already the most number of cases for a single month in the previous 12 months. Okay. Okay, and you can see again, cases on a weekly basis is not good also. Okay. And of course, here you can see the trouble right here. But again, we don't want to overemphasize cases or hospital beds for that matter. Unless all these new cases translate into deaths, it's just not. It's important, but it's not as important as deaths. Okay, because that's what it's all about. If the vaccine is working, then we should see deaths remaining fairly low, right? Okay. So anyway, you can see as on January 13th, we are averaging 706,338 cases per day. Okay. And what about deaths? So here's where news is a little better. Deaths are a lot lower starting out the year than cases were. And again, this is the quarter, so at this point, it's really too hard to tell. But the good news is it's still in last place of the previous 5 quarters. January 2022, unlike cases, is still starting off pretty low. Okay. What about monthly deaths? Again, deaths are going to be are going to be probably below these 4 months right here. I'm guessing remains to be seen. Weekly deaths, we can see the deaths are kind of moving kind of horizontal right here. Daily deaths, so you can see here that on January 13th, the U.S. had 1,875 deaths, with an average of 1,660.5 deaths. Now, there's a question for every 100,000 people in the U.S., how many people have COVID 19? Well, let's say somewhere between 250 and 300 for 100,000 people. What about per capita? I mean, obviously, you shouldn't be able to have, per capita cases of more than one, right? Well, the answer is what, 3,000? So for per capita, 1 in 3,000th of a person has COVID 19. What about deaths? Well, for 100,000 people right now, on average, about one half of a person is dying from COVID 19. And here's your number per capita. I have no idea what the number is. That's way too many zeros for me. Okay. Anyway, that does conclude the reports for U.S. for today. So we're going to wrap this first section up. Then we're going to go and begin uploading the videos to YouTube.